For those of you watching this on your phones or computers, I have just one question. What in the world are you doing on social media today? Get off of here and go hang out with your family. Y'all still here? Okay, good. Let's talk about the 4th of July for a few minutes. For anyone out there who doesn't know, and there can't be many of you because we're pretty loud and proud about it, if the United States of America was a religion, the 4th of July would be our Easter. It's a day when we celebrate several things at once and we honor those who sacrifice sometimes literally everything to bring us to where we are today. Number one, we celebrate the day that Americans declared our independence from Britain and subsequently kicked their rear ends in a war. Hashtag sorry not sorry, Britain. We also celebrate the formation of the greatest country with the greatest form of government of the people, by the people, for the people in the history of the entire world. A country in which, by the way, has fought for the freedom of millions of other people around the world and lifted millions more out of desperate poverty. Finally, and most importantly, we celebrate with Will Smith and Jeff Goldblum when they planted a nuclear bomb aboard the space alien mothership using a computer virus to hack into the ship's security. On that day, just like President Bill Pullman said, we stood up as a united human race and told the aliens that we will not go quietly into that night. We will not go down without a fight. We're going to live on. This is our Independence Day. Okay, so maybe that last part was a movie, but the rest of it is true, and it really is the heart of what unites us as a country. In the steamy doldrums of the summer of 1776, the fathers and mothers of our country stood up and announced to the world that this new nation, man as an individual, would be sovereign, that self-determination was to be the order of the new world. And 243 years later, we Americans inhabit the world that philosophy built. It's a damn fine place to live, folks, and even though we're also experiencing the most divisive time politically since the days leading up to the Civil War, the truth of the matter is that we are still a united people. Sure, you've got some crap for brains on the fringes, and sure, they got a heck of a bullhorn in the form of the mainstream media and social media, but the truth of the matter is that they are the vocal minority. They're loud, and they can be powerful, but only if we continue to let them be that. Folks, the things that bind us as Americans vastly outweigh the things that divide us. They always have. So why in the world do you think so many people are trying to get in here? You want to know what the fastest way to get folks at the southern border to turn around probably is? Go down there and convince them that our country is the exact same as their country. The last thing you'll see is their shoulders sagging as they turn tail and start walking back home. We're united by our freedom, our extreme liberty on a world stage where such a thing has rarely existed at all and has never existed with such totality. Most of us recognize the gravity of that freedom, and nearly all of us honor the men and women who face down tyranny up to and including the expense of their own lives so that we can all continue to live in the manner to which we've become accustomed. The 4th of July exists as a holiday because it's a chance for us not only to revel in the life that was built for us on the backs of heroes, but also that at least once a year we can pause to reflect on the primary thing that brings us all together as a people. So reach out. Give your Democratic friends a hug and vice versa. Do it today. They might not like it. They might start to sizzle if you're wearing a cross necklace, so take that off first. But in the end, it will be good for both of you because we really are one nation under God, indivisible, in liberty, with liberty and justice for all. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Be careful blowing stuff up out there. And just remember, when you put your head down at the end of the night to sleep, you sleep in the greatest place on earth at the greatest time in history, and that you should desire that blessing of freedom for everyone else except for the space aliens. Screw those guys. I love y'all. God bless. Here's Facebook.